How to do a perfect inside heel hook. This is the most common and the strongest leg submission in no-gi jiu-jitsu, and you see it used at the highest level. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show you what, my opinion, the strongest inside heel hook is, and that's gonna be from the saddle position. Why does everyone value the saddle position so much? The reason for this is, one is we have great exposure to the inside heel hook, and secondly, unlike things such as 50-50, where we can get counterattacked, saddle is inherently safe. And our ability to keep 2 feet on the inside means Finn doesn't have a lot of ability to attack me as I start getting on his heel here, right? But the main problem with this position is what we'll call the turnout problem, which is my opponent's ability to get his big toe to the mat, hide his heel, and now start turning out in this direction, exactly like so. So things that we're gonna do to counter this. Whenever we're here, what we wanna have is we wanna have a nice climber's grip where my 4 fingers capture the inside of my opponent's knee tendon and my elbow pinches towards my rib as I hit like almost a lat row motion to start externally rotating his knee. And you see that this is accompanied by my knee pointing nice and high. What this does is it exposes Finn's heel. If Finn starts turning his knee in this direction, you see it hides his heel. And when I pull his knee up like so, you see that it exposes it. So this is exactly what we want. So I take this climber's grip and I want to take a shotgun grip where I cup my opponent's calf and I place the heel in line with where I would want it to sit on my forearm, which is anywhere to where the wristwatch / middle of the forearm would be. And the next thing, and a very, very important thing, is my elbow creating tension on his big toe. The moment Finn gets his big toe to the mat, he's gone. It's really hard to recover this. You can do things like climbers grips and stuff, but in general, once his big toe hits the mat, he's gonna be getting out of this position. So the moment that we land, climbers grip, shotgun grip, cupping the calf, and my elbow walks back like so. This motion of my elbow coming back towards my ribs puts great tension on Finn's big toe here. So when he tries to slip his heel or put his toe towards the mat, it's physically jammed between my elbow and ribs. Now, we're gonna talk about capturing the heel. So I do all these right things. Cup his calf, climber's grip, and I take my elbow back. Nice, and I have tension running through his leg. You should be able to feel here, like if Finn tries to move his heel at all here, he can't. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start slipping the heel. So I've done a good job turning his heel up towards the ceiling. Now my hips are gonna slightly raise where pressure goes into my feet, and I'm now gonna hip in as my elbow comes to my ribs, like so, to slip the heel into place. Now you see, I don't go to my shoulder, but I'm just resting on the edge of my tricep. And now the heel's captured and my elbow to rib is closed. I don't want to be out here where there's space between my elbow and rib and he can slip his heel. The moment I capture this, my elbow and rib close like so. This knee pointing towards the ceiling, and now I can connect my hands. Another tip is I don't want this forearm in line with my opponent's calf. The higher my hand is to my head, the tighter the heel hook is gonna be and the less ability he's gonna have to slip. So I really raise my forearm and hand towards my head, and now I can connect my hands, either gable grip or butterfly. Butterfly is gonna be tighter, so I prefer it. And now I'm gonna start going onto my tricep, lifting my feet off the mat and bridging through my opponent's knee as I rotate his heel to get the tap. So once again, running through the whole system. We land in saddle, climber's grip, calf grip, with the heel in line with where I'd want it to slip on my forearm. Walking my elbow back to keep tension in my opponent's big toe. Now 2 of my feet go foot to foot and connect together with my knee pointing towards the ceiling, and I hip up as I bridge through and capture the heel. Now immediately I take my elbow back to my rib and I take my hand high towards my face, connecting in a butterfly grip, and now I'm gonna start lifting my hips off the floor, bridging through his knee and rotating the heel for the finish to get the tap.